And then guys, same again, we'll try and share it around those who missed out in that section. But if you can raise your hand, let us know you'd like to ask a question. Questions in English first, and then in Spanish. Somewhere to start?
Hi, Pep. For you, given your background as a player and a manager, how big is a game against Real Madrid?
Always have been and always will be. When you say Real Madrid, in this competition, always a big game.
Is it the game inside that motivates you the most?
No, it's special for me. Of course it is. Many times as a football player manager. But this doesn't count. Count is what you have to do to win tomorrow. And we have to adjust something. We have not done really good in Bernabeu. The result was really good. And counting where you play, against the opponent you play, it's more than fine. But you have to perform a little bit better. Today we had the last training. We will talk about that and go for it.
Last year the questions would have been about whether your team had the mentality to win the Champions League. Could they do it? Could they get over the line? Obviously, you've answered those questions. So before a big game like this, do you feel like the pressure's off? Do you sense that for the players the pressure is off a little bit?
I hope no. You need that pressure, feel that pressure, and that you don't want to lose the game. If you think, okay, we have done it already, we will not have this piece of hunger, to compete against the teams. So it's true that the fact that we won it, we feel better all the season, comfortable, but you have to take the right energy. I think our people at home will help us a lot. So we sold out everything, and we need a lot of noise. We need a lot of presence of them, especially in bad moments, because what I said before the game in Madrid, so again, you are 90 minutes all the time. You are better. So there are moments that you have to suffer. Then the results cannot be good, and we need them. They will be. I'm pretty sure of that because they know we will be. So in this time of games, I'm not talking win or losing. I'm talking be present, be who we are. Always we have been in the last years, and had the feeling that we are prepared. We are prepared to perform well at maximum our best. Otherwise, you cannot reach semi-finals against teams like Madrid.
Hi, Pep. Historically, this is the most difficult week of the season, really, with the schedule of the Wednesday night and then the Saturday game. We've spoken about how tough it is for the players, but how demanding is it of you as well? How do you find the time to prepare for a massive game on Wednesday and a massive game on Saturday?
I'm used. So
it's long days, sleepless nights.
It's better to be here than here. It's better to be in Wednesday, Saturday than don't be here. So I will not complain 1 second about that. So it's what it is. So say we have more days to prepare. Yeah, but it is what it is. So 24 hours a day is a lot. So you can find a way. You have a lot of people help you. Because what's important is to take the right decisions, and that is what you think more than the fact of work, because at the end we played last season against Madrid, last week we know each other, they know us, we know them. Have to be aware is make some surprises like Carlo has done in the first game, and right mentality and ready to suffer and ready to snap an end until we end in a good way and a bad way. So and always we had momentums in Etihad Stadium, so we had these our momentums, and hopefully extending as longer as possible, and in that way, always we can do it.
Hi Pep, can I ask you, Kyle Walker, back in the squad at the weekend, although he didn't play, Bernardo has just sat there and said, as the captain, he's so important to what you do, and he's pointed to those games where he's come up against opponents like Vinicius, like Mbappe, and how well he defends against them. What position is he in terms of his availability? Could he start, or is he
I'm going to see
play?
What I said the last 1 or 2 trains, he trains good. He feels but he feels good. His face, his mood, and I don't know from the beginning. I don't know on the bench. I don't know, but I think he will be with us tomorrow. And it's like Bernardo said, is incredible good news for many reasons. So, but today now at 4 we have the last training session and we will decide.
If he is available, how important is he in those matchups that Bernardo was talking about against those elite players?
Of course, it's important. So in Europe, the physicality is massive. Importantly, when you have to, at the end, football is how you challenge your opponent, and And that tributes the quality from Kyle. Everybody knows it. It's special. But he was not in Bernabeu, and all the guys were exceptional, because in Bernabeu we had a big problem, because Nathan was not there. Josko was until last minute. Kyle was not there. Should maybe have played with Josko there, left back John, and maybe Roddy central defender. So we had a big problem. Now today we are a little bit better. We arrive in a better positions to to switch some players and make some adjustment just in case we need it. So because they make a good effort. So it's important that Kyle and Nathan being in the bench, and they trained yesterday, and they feel good after the training. I say, how you feel? Yeah, I feel good. That is a good news after we decide.
Hi, Pep. Jude Bellingham's been Real Madrid's best player this season. He's probably England's best player, wanted by all of England's top clubs. What does it say about him as a person to have the confidence to go to somewhere like Madrid, be their best player, and not maybe make the easy choice to come somewhere?
I think Bellingham shows just arriving. So playing a top club like Madrid, Barcelona, that one is not easy to settle quick, and he settled down quicker. Settled quicker. So from the beginning, the impact was huge in terms of goals, in terms of presence, and many things. Is at his age. So I think he feels and handle the pressure without a problem. Have a good, mentality, and he's an exceptional player. So what can I say? You have to control him. Take a look. Really, he does.
Would you like to see him in England?
Sorry?
Would you like to see him in England?
I don't know. It's a question for him. I think he can for when play national team in Wembley. So it's a question for him. I don't know.
Hi, Pep. Bernardo said earlier that he feels this Real Madrid side this season is stronger than the one you guys faced last season. Do you agree with that? And if so, what do you think about Real Madrid this season is better? What worries you about them this season?
Okay, maybe I wouldn't say that I disagree with Bernardo, but I'm not completely agreeing neither. So last season Madrid has a really good different ones, but Benzema he moved all the positions, and Luka Modric was playing more minutes, but look at Modric, just the few minutes he played was amazing in Bernabeu. So I think it's exceptional team last season, the previous one, this one. Madrid always has a good team. This is my feeling. I know when I said good things about Madrid, the people don't believe me in Madrid. When I said some jokes or whatever, the people always believe I am taking the piece. It's not about that. So when I was a football player, when I'm a manager, I always have a good opinion about the quality, the history of Real Madrid. Always have been that. What the people have to think about my comments is really, honestly, it's not my business.
David, whichever.
Hi, Pep. Bernardo was just talking about how the players are motivated to become the first English team to do the treble twice and win the Premier League 4 times in a row, back-to-back Champions Leagues. To what extent can you use that as motivation for the players? Because we saw in the Netflix documentary that you used the chance to create history as a motivational tool. Is that something you can draw on again, the chance to create fresh history?
I would like, I'm not going to say don't feel this to my players when they feel it. I have a different opinion. We are far away from that hypothetical dreams. So we are in the final FA Cup, when we are 1 or 2 games left with, 3, 4, 5 points advantage, and we are already in final Champions League, I will start to think about that. But before game against Madrid, we are, you see yesterday Chelsea how strong they are on Saturday, and after, what is 2 points difference when they need to play? When I was 2 points down, Arsenal-Liverpool, I was thinking, we have to do our job. It's not over. Now we are 2 in front. It's not over. It's the same feeling I have the previous weeks when we draw against Arsenal, and the people say, no chance of the computer. I don't know the computer play right back or left back. I don't know how to discover that. When the computer say you don't have chance, and now you have chance, so nothing changed for me. So it's 6 games. We have a lot of difficult games, home and away with opponents. They have, both of them. And it's just 1 game at a time. A game at a time means Madrid tomorrow, what do you have to do to beat them? And a step by step. And when, honestly, I start to think in the treble when we beat United in the FA Cup final last season. And after I said, okay, 1 down, 1 game away to do something exceptional. But the success for me this season is we are there. So after win the treble, still being in that position with a 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, depend the finals, FA Cup or Champions League, being in contention to be there, it's heads off, it's chapeau, it's incredible. But at the same time, we are here, extend this chance one more week. So, and this is what we try to do tomorrow and Saturday and next games.
When you played Real Madrid in the Champions League with Barcelona, particularly in 2011, I mean, there was so much noise off the pitch in those games. It was intense, toxic, extreme. Is it a relief almost now that it's just about the football? And in a way, does it feel less pressure on those games than you faced back in 2011?
Yeah, but this is what it is. So I want to tell you what it is. So you could not control that time what happened. I cannot control what happened here. I can control here in front of you, my job, and the rest, not do it. Of course, Madrid, Barcelona is so special for many, many reasons, for history. And when you play semi-final Champions League, it's normal. But it looks like a long time ago. We live it there, experience that. Now it's different. Yeah, of course it's different. But at the same time, it's a football game. They want to beat us. We want to beat them. And I know, I had the feeling that we will perform well. We are excited, happy, nervous a little bit. Have a mix of feelings before tomorrow. That is nice to have it. I said before your colleague, so it's better to be here than don't be. You know, so why is a lot of games? Forget about it. In October, November, I complain a lot of games because the still is far away, but we are 1 month away, being in those competitions again after win 2 titles this season, 3 last season, at home, that we believe we can do whatever we can with incredible energy. With our people, we feel safe, we feel protect, we feel support, we know we can handle the momentums and we can do a lot of things in few times. And yeah, from the beginning we are going for it. We have a game plan. I believe in that. Yeah, we go. Win or lose. We lose against Madrid. Shake hands. Congratulations. For sure we'll deserve it. We try. We're going to play for the fact that we reach semi-final and we deserve it. I want to play because we deserve to be in semi-final. This is what I want. And for that, we know exactly what we have to do. We know it.
Last one in English, please, guys.
Yeah. Pep, hi. Bernardo said that we cannot compare this game, tomorrow night game, with last year's game. So I would like to know which way tomorrow night's game will be really different. And is this week the most difficult week for your team of the season?
No. Listen, if yesterday you play against Madrid, the game last season, we play today will be different. So not any game is completely the same that the last season. So of course we'll not be like last season. We know it. They learn, we learn. It's impossible. We know each other better, so we know it. But in the same times, we will try to do what you have to do, and it's the most difficult week. It's what it is. I've said before, I prefer, to play of difficult. Yeah, it is. But the guys or the teams cannot play that. It's not difficult, but they cannot play it. And it's nice to be here. Again, you had the chance to be for 4 years in a row semi-final Champions League. This is something exceptional for a club like Manchester City. Exceptional. So we have the chance to be, 4 years in a row semi-final with 2 finals. And this is the dream. This is the target. This is what we have to try to do.
Pep, por acá, Eduardo Vidal para HSM Deportes. Hace algunos meses.
A few months ago, Francisco Celo said that when he watched City, it reminded him a lot of a handball team. And I wanted to know what aspects of other sports have you been able to incorporate into football? A few. But I like lots of sports, but I've not had time to watch that many sports, to be honest. 11 years of having games every 3 days, it's different. When I speak to Barra Rivera, I ask them things about different sports and what things we can take from them. That's for sure. Hi, Pep. You spoke about that in the first game they surprised you. You said you were going to analyse them, to think about what Carlo Ancelotti did. I don't know if you've analysed them already and you've thought about anything about the second game. We have to be prepared, but we won't know until the 10th, 15th minute the qualities of who's playing and looking at the way they were playing the game. There are some things we need to do better. We need to be better in certain aspects that we weren't good in the first game. But that's not for the merit of what we did, but we have to give them credit also. Real Madrid aren't any opponents, so what they did, we have to adjust to it and see what we can do to impose our way of playing as much as possible. It's impossible to do that for 90 minutes, and they're not able to do it for 90 minutes either. You've won everything over your career. There have been all types of situations in games, but every time you play Real Madrid, we see you a little bit worried. It's almost like you have another eye on what they're doing. Could you say that Real Madrid is the opponent you fear the most? No, I don't fear them. I respect them a lot. I've faced them many times. I'm not going to talk about great things about them. They're a great side. I give you my opinion. I respect Real Madrid. If you ask me a question, I'll give you my opinion. And if I say that I am scared of them, I would be being false. I spoke about the condition of the pitch, and I said it with all the best wishes in the world. It's their decision to change that if they don't do that. You can believe what you want when I speak. I've played against them many times as a player, and I've always had great respect for Real Madrid. And I have to have respect. There's obviously the rivalry. You want to beat them. You want to do well. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. I want to do as well as we can. Be ourselves. If it can't be, it doesn't matter. But I'm not scared of them. I have great respect for them. And if they beat me, as has happened many times, we'll say congratulations and wish them well in the future. Hi, Pep. In the first game, you spoke after the game about the great image that Carlo Ancelotti has as a manager and the teams he puts out and the way he set up the team. Do you also expect something different for this second game? But all these games that you're playing in the last few years, if we analyse them, it feels like we can kind of forget about these press conferences. Because it's almost like a Netflix series with all these games that you've had. What feeling do you have? Do you think it will be a magical game like in previous years? I believe you. Yeah, we can forget about the press conferences. That would be great. We can do that right now. But I think it will be. You're facing Real Madrid. They want to attack you, create chances. Not whenever they want to. They're very, very dangerous. They've always been that team that can cause you problems. And they know that we're going to give everything in the game. We're going to try to win it. And it's good. I think it's good. I think that if the games have been good in the previous years, I think tomorrow will also be a good game. What was the first part of your question? Perhaps they will do something different. Perhaps. If you say that, perhaps. We'll have to wait and see what happens. It's a knockout game. They will have seen the way that we played. They will adjust certain things. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll be different. I think we have to be prepared if they make changes, and we have to make adjustments as soon as possible in the game.